children, welcome back to my YouTube channel Literature Mastery. The oral exam is coming closer and I know that you are getting ready for it. So this video I thought of to do today as a help for you to sit for the oral exam paper successfully. So through this video, I thought of to bring you out about the structure of the paper, about how to write answers correctly to the given questions, and especially about how to organize an answer, and when considering the context questions, or how you have to, what are the things that you have to pay attention, and also about the how you will be, how the marks are given for the each questions, and so I thought of to discuss with you. So children, when we consider this English literature paper, so it consists of two papers as paper 1 and paper 2. So now the paper 1 is based on the context questions, and paper 2, you know that in there you will have essay type of questions where you have to write your comments or critical analysis. So these two papers will be given for you to do within 3 hours. Therefore, you have to pay attention on the time management too. Well, so from today's video, we will discuss all these things. So how you have to manage your time and the structure of the paper of each paper separately. So then let's move to the paper 1 and about the structure and how you have to answer for the Q&A questions in the paper 1. Okay, then let's move to the paper 1. So children, paper 1 is consist of context questions from poetry, prose, drama, and also the novel. So now in this paper, it has 2 parts as part A and part B. So in part A, you will be given the context questions from poetry, prose and drama. And in part B, the extraction is based on the novel that you are studying. So the extractions are given from the 3 novels, Bringing Tony Home, Vendor of Sweets and Prince and the Pauper. So you have to select the novel that you are studying and you have to keep on answering. So when we talk about the paper part A, so there you will get 30 marks for all the questions given. So you will get two context questions from each poetry, prose and drama. So and when considering these questions, so you will be given 5 marks for each question. Therefore, totally 5 marks, and you will be given 6 context questions from each poetry, prose and drama, and altogether you will have 30 marks for the context questions in part A. Now in here, the most important thing that you have to pay attention is that you have to answer the questions in the paper itself, because the space is provided for you, and the first paper you have to answer in the paper itself, and so don't try to write in a separate paper. So please pay attention on it. So you have to answer for the paper itself. So the space is provided, and you have to maintain the space and keep on writing. And then when considering about these first paper, so there are some things that you should be able on. So we will discuss about this. So there you should be able to identify accurately the text and the author, and you should understand the relationship within the given extract. So it's like that you should express the familiarity with the situation, events, characters and their interrelationships and references. And also you should infer meaning from the given extract, and you should respond to and demonstrate sensitivity to the extract. So those that you should be able to do, and also in here your knowledge, comprehension, application and evaluation will be tested. So these are some criteria that are mentioned in the marking scheme, so that you should be able and you will be which you will be tested. So then let's move to one question in paper 1. So now before you move to the questions, you are given some instructions. So you should read carefully those instructions. So let's pay attention on. Answer all the questions in section A. So here you don't have any selections. So you have to answer all the questions given. Select either 1, 2 or 3 from section B and answer all the questions given below it. So in section B you have to select the novel that you are studying, the extraction there, and you have to answer the questions there. Answer to paper 1 should be written within the space provided on the question paper. So as I told you, you have to answer in the paper itself. Right. So then let's move to the question which was in last year paper based on poetry. Now before that what I want to say is, now children, when answering context question, means that it measures your knowledge and your knowledge from A to Z of the text that you are studying. So if you take a poem, so you should be able to have the understanding about the poem from A to Z, and also you should be familiar with the new words given there, and and all the things that are described in the poem, because we don't know from where you will get the question, we will get the extraction. Therefore you should have to be ready with. So you should have to be ready with all the 20 poems given in the anthology, because you will have no any selections for this context question, which is compulsory for you to answer all the questions. Right. So this is the question that you got for your last exam. He styled his velvet head like one in danger cautious. So the questions are: name the poem from which these lines are taken, name the poet, who is referred to as he in these lines, name a literary device used in these lines, why does the speaker assume that he is cautious? So under these context questions, so under the English letters A, B, C and D, you will get 4 questions from the context question given. So first of all, they ask about the name the poem from which these lines are taken, name the poet. So this is very important, children. So you have to write the name of the poem, poem or the prose or the drama that they are asking. So now here it is poem. So you have to write the correct name of the poem with correct spellings, and also you should pay attention on the capitalization, as well as when you are writing about the poet. So the name of the poet also you should write in correct spellings, and you should be concerned with the capitalization. So here this poem, A Bird Came Down the Walk by Emily Dickinson. So like that you have to write the answer. So next it asks, who is referred to as he in these lines? So the answer is, so you know that he styled his velvet head like one in danger cautious. So he means the bird the bird. Next question is, name a literary device used in these lines. Now it's very important. So in the question it asks about the literary device used in these lines. So I told you that when you are studying a poem, you should be thorough with the poem. You should have the clear understanding about the poem and about the themes and about the new words there. And also the most important thing that you have to understand is the techniques used in the poem. because in most of the context questions you will be given to write the literary devices. Therefore, you should have the understanding about the literary devices used in each text. So in here they are asking to name a literary device. So one literary device that you can find in these lines. So then you have to write the literary device that you can see in these lines but not in the poem. So there are so many literary devices that you can see in the poem, but the question is asking about these lines. So therefore you have to pay your attention to these given lines. So he styled his velvet head like one in danger cautious. In here you will find main three literary devices. So it is here he is there, so there you can find the personification, velvet head, so it's a metaphor, and like one in danger, so it is a simile. So if you have written one of these devices, so you will be given marks. And then next, why does the speaker assume that he is cautious? Yes. So now the question asks, why does the speaker assume that he is cautious? So he is the bird. So what he is asking why he is cautious. Cautious means why he is being observed in the environment. Therefore, you should write the answer with as it's a questioning as why. So you should answer like because he is, and so you can write many answers like which is applicable for the reason given that he is cautious. So maybe he is cautious because he is under the speaker's observation, and he is aware that the presence of the observer there, and also maybe he is observing the environment. So he is because of this vast around, and also because he is tired his head and his behavior. So all these answers are applicable in answering for the question given there. So now it is that's how you should answer for a poem. So now this is an example. So you will get you will get extractions from any other poem. So in considering answering for poems, so you should be aware about the name of the poem well, and the writer, the name of the writer, and the understanding of the poem, then literary devices, and also you should be familiar with the words given. So you will find some difficult words and you should be familiar with those words, and also you should be able to understand situations, especially because the extraction is given from a situation. So there you have to understand the situation. So what happened, what will happen next, and what happened before, like, so you have to have an understanding on this. So that's all about the poem, and now let's move to the prose, and about the let's see what was the question what was the question that in the last year paper. So here prose, the context, the extraction is they didn't say a word, our feet were loud, though I could hear them slamming the ground. So now they didn't say a word, our feet were loud, though I could hear them slamming the ground. So when an extraction is given, you should clearly understand those characters. So now here they have it is mentioned they, so when it's mentioned I, then you have to have understanding about what is the exact situation, so and so. So okay, then we'll move to the question here. From which work are these lines taken? Who is the author? Who is referred to as they in these lines? Why didn't they speak? Briefly describe the narrator's emotions as presented in the lines. So now for the questions are coming under the English letters A, B, C, D. So for A, B and C you will get 1 marks, and for D, in all the context questions in part A you will be given 2 marks. Therefore you should pay attention on answering especially the last part, the D, because you will be given 2 marks as it is there to explain briefly. So the one mistake that is done by the student is now they are going to describe sometimes the question when asked who is referred as they, why didn't they speak. So they are trying to write an answer for more than 5 lines. So but you should not do this. You should have your direct answers, because you will be given 1 mark and you should have the direct answer for the given question. So don't write unnecessary things because by keep on explaining and explaining. So write direct answers. Okay. So now as usual you should understand, you should be aware about the text. So from where this line is taken. So you know this is an extraction taken from the short story Babe. So there you can write as wave, an extract from wave, or a memoir of the life after tsunami. So anything so will be corrected, and then you have to write the writer. So this is by Sonali Taranegala, and it is asked who is referred to as they in these lines. So they didn't say a word. Our feet were loud though. I could hear them slamming the ground. So now you should have your idea about who are really they here, because if you are unable to understand they here, the next question also sometimes will be not corrected, as you are not writing the correct answer for the second one. Because now who is referred to as they in these lines is asked in the second question, and in the third it is asked why didn't they speak. Therefore you should have clear understanding about they here. So who are they here? Right. So they are the narrator's sons. So you can tell the narrator's sons, speaker's children, or even you can say it as Vic and Marley. Right. Okay. And then the question number 3 is why didn't they speak? So now you have to imagine the situation here. So you know the situation, background, their feelings. So you should think of them. So now the question is why didn't they speak? Why didn't they speak? Because they were frightened. So at the moment they were panicked and they were shocked. So you can write any answers that why they were silent. So you can write because of the pending danger, tense situation, confused state due to the mother's unexpected behavior. So like that the answers can be given. And the next question is briefly describe the narrator's emotions as presented in the lines. So narrator's emotions. So now when you are describing about the narrative situation, so you have to be aware about who is I here in the extraction given. So what are the narrator's feelings? So narrator is in fear because it's a dangerous situation that they are facing, and also it is sympathetic with their boys, and also the narrator is panicked at the sound round, and also she is indecisive of the minute details of the surrounding, and she has this urge to save the children. So any answer that is related to her behavior, her feelings can be given. So this is how you have to write answers for prose. So okay children, now let's move to the last question that is given from the drama. So now children, when considering the drama, so you have got 2 questions coming from each dramas, the bear and so what's the next one? Next drama, the Twilight of Crane. Right. So from each dramas we will get a question. So let's move to the one of the expressions given in the drama. Won't you please enjoy a life of peace and happiness with me together and forever? So what do you think of this? So from where this expression is taken from? So is it bear or is it Twilight of Crane? Yes. So when the extraction is given, now you must have the idea from where these lines are taken, whether it is from bear or whether it is from the Twilight of a Crane. So, won't you please enjoy a life of peace and happiness with me together and forever? So you know, this is an extraction that has taken from the drama Twilight of a Crane by Yuzuwa Junji Kinoshita. So when you are writing the name of the drama, you should have, as I said before, correct spellings, and you have to pay attention on the capitalization, and also especially when writing the name of the writer, because it's not a familiar name for you. So bit sometimes even the pronunciation, and sometimes you are a bit difficult for you to remember, but anyway you have to write with the correct spellings the name of the writer of the drama. So next question asks, who is referred to as you in this line? So so won't you please enjoy life of peace and happiness with me together and forever? So then you should have the understanding about who says this utterance, who is uttering these words. So and then who is referred as you here. So who is you here and who says these words? So these words are uttered by Sue, and you is Yo-Yo. And then next question is, when does the speaker say this line? So when the question asks, when does the speaker say this line? So then you have to be aware about who is the speaker here. So now you already know about the speaker, and then you have to remember the time. When does the speaker tell about this? So the time or the situation when these words are uttered. So there you can write answers like, after Yo-Yo receives money but he's not content with it. A few seconds before, Yo-Yo expresses his greediness over money again, and is not content in what they have received. Also you can write when Sue expresses that she wants to lead a calm, loving, peaceful life with him after getting money. And also you can write like when Sue realizes that Yo-Yo has become money-minded, that he is moving into the other world and not content with the natural life he led. So any of these answers are acceptable. So then here you have to understand the situation, and when the question asks about when, then you have to give an answer that is applicable to the given situation. Or you can write it in from the Sue's point of view or either Yo-Yo's point of view, right? Then next the question asks, what theme of the drama is highlighted in this poem? So you can get a clear understanding about the theme when you write the previous question well about when does these utterances coming out. So there you have to write about, then there you can have an idea about the theme. So after having an idea about the theme, so you can answer for the given question here. So we'll see what's the theme here. So there are some answers like desire to lead a content, peaceful and happy life, bliss of simple content life, prioritizing simple life over materialistic life, human beings desire to accumulate more and more, then the impermanence and the fragility of emotions of love and human beings, then dissatisfaction, discontentment, displeasure with the available facilities, property. So any themes or that is related to the given situation, so you can write and you will be given marks for it. So that's all about the drama. So when you are answering context questions from the drama, it's a little bit difficult for you, because now when considering, first of all, you have to have the understanding about what is this drama, from where this extraction is taken from, whether it's there or whether it is from the other drama, Toilet of a Crane. And then now if you have the familiarity with both dramas, it's easy, then you will definitely understand these utterances are by Popova or these utterances are by Sue. So in order to get that idea, you should have a thorough understanding, and you should have many times, about more than at least more than 5 times reading of the novel, and get familiar with it. So, and also you have to focus, especially when considering the context questions in the drama, sorry, not the novel, drama. So there you have to pay attention on the characters especially. So when you understand the characteristics of the characters, it will be easy for you to understand the utterances given by each character. So now when you get the characteristic of Sodo or Unsu, and when it's a utterance related to their characteristics, so then you can easily understand, okay, this is given by this utterance is given by this particular character. So likewise you can have yourself understanding about the drama, because in answering the context questions for drama, it will feel like little bit confused, as there are many utterances given by each character. Sometimes those utterances are similar, so we will be sometimes unable to understand who tells these and to who. Therefore, with a clear understanding, you should go through the dramas and get an idea, okay, about the extraction given there. Right, so that's all about the drama, and now let's move to the novel.